What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I am back today to give you guys an early look at the upcoming Wu-Tang Nike Dunk High Retro. So this is the first mass release version of a very sought after, extremely limited Nike Grail. Originally released in 1999 in very limited numbers, this was a collaboration between Wu-Tang Clan and Nike, but the pairs back in '99 were only given to Nike and Wu-Tang friends and family. Fast forward to 2016, Nike was attempting to bring these back, but for various reasons that release got scrapped, but not before a handful of samples made their way into the market. So those 2016 retros, whoever was lucky enough to get their hands on a legitimate pair, they were going for a ton of money on the secondary market. But later on this year, on November 9th to be specific, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the original 1999 version, Nike and Wu-Tang are bringing these back with an actual proper release. So these are retailing for a price of $150 US or $190 here in Canada. And the official colorway for this shoe is pollen, black, and white. And here in Canada, these will be available at most major Nike sportswear accounts, such as The Closet Inc. here in Canada. The Closet Inc. is my go-to shop for Jordan retros and Nike releases, and they're independently owned and operated, based right here in Southern Ontario in Canada. And for this specific release, they're doing the raffle, which is live right now. The raffle will be live all the way up until the morning of November 9th, and then winners will be contacted thereafter. So if you are watching from Canada, check out The Closet Inc. I'll link their socials, their website, all that good stuff down below. So check them out, support the independent shops, and tell them that you heard about them through me. So first things first, here's a quick look at the packaging. So this comes in a black-based, shelf-style cardboard box with this glossy Nike print on the very top. And the fact that these dunks are releasing in this box instead of a normal red Nike sportswear box, you just know that this is a more special and elevated release. So as far as the shoe goes, diving right into the details, this is your classic Nike Dunk High construction. So on the toe box, we have this black colored leather, which has a nice subtle tumble to it. And like any other dunk, we have these perforations all across. Overlaid on top of this, on the sides of the toe box, we have this pollen or deep yellow colored leather, which also has this nice tumbled feel to it, and this also covers the eyelets of the sneaker too. Underneath this on the mid panel, we have more of that tumbled black leather, and then stitched on top of this, we have a yellow colored swoosh. The side flaps or wings of the shoe, this is also constructed out of yellow colored leather. Above this, we have more of that tumbled black leather, which covers the top portion of the heel, and then embroidered on the lateral side of the heel, of course, we have the iconic Wu-Tang logo, and then we have a small leather pull tab on the top of the heel too. As far as the laces go, so this pair only comes with one lace option, and they're your typical flat style lace in yellow. Underneath this, we have a thin black colored nylon tongue, nothing special about this whatsoever, but on the top of the tongue, instead of your normal Nike tag, we have Wu-Tang branding instead. The back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe, this is lined in a silky smooth yellow colored nylon, which feels very soft to the touch. And then for the insoles, these come with your typical foam bound insoles. So it's not a special version of foam, it's not polyurethane, nothing like that. And then pressed onto the heel, we have the Nike logo in yellow. So the upper of the dunk sits atop this classic white colored solid rubber cupsole. And then for the outsole, this is your typical dunk outsole as well. So this is all constructed out of this pollen or yellow colored rubber. We have the circular pivot point on the forefoot along with Nike branding right in the center. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this shoe. And for those wondering about how these fit, so in my case, I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in my normal Nike Dunk High size, which is a size 10, and they fit me very comfortably. So based off of the label of the shoe, this is the Nike Dunk High Retro, and I don't know if that plays a factor in how these shoes fit, but they felt a little bit more generous, a little bit more wide foot friendly than some more recent dunks that have hit the market. So for me, going true to size was perfectly fine. I didn't feel any pressure points around the toe box area. So I feel like if you have a narrow, normal, or even a slightly wider foot, you can go with your actual measured foot size and it should fit you fine. But if you have a really wide foot, or if you always go a half size up for Nike Dunks, then just go with that same half size up for this pair and it should be okay for you too. Moving on to the comfort, so unfortunately, underfoot they feel like any other dunk, so it's going to feel pretty flat, low to the ground, and quite stable. There's not too much from a step and comfort perspective, but to be fair, dunks for me have never been near the top of my list when it comes to a comfortable Nike sneaker. but for an everyday casual use sneaker that you don't expect too much from, they're gonna be fine. I do give credit to Nike for utilizing softer materials on the upper. These feel quite soft, quite broken in already straight out of the box. So it's not like that hard, stiff, plastic feeling leather that sometimes Nike uses. This pair didn't feel like that whatsoever. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship, so first off, the material quality was probably the best thing about this pair, other than of course the Wu-Tang logos. So these I thought were definitely a noticeable upgrade over your typical Nike sportswear dunk, the ones that you'd find on the shelf at like a Foot Locker or something. These to me were a noticeable step up. All the leathers seem to be a nice genuine leather, and they have a nice subtle tumbled feel to it, which I really loved. And the overall build of the shoe I had no complaints about. The stitch job was good, the panels were consistent, and they lined up between my left and right feet. No glue stains that I could see. So overall, I have no complaints. Nike did a really good job on this retro. So with all that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet, I'll lace them up, and I'll show you guys how these look. I think a sneaker like this is a clear representation of when you personally got into sneakers. If you're relatively new to the game, there's really nothing that stands out about this sneaker because we've seen this exact sort of shoe released before, just without the Wu-Tang logos. But for us who have been into sneakers for a while now, this mythical Wu-Tang dunk is more than the sum of its parts. Yes, at its core it's just a yellow and black dunk, but having lived through the initial release, as well as seeing those limited edition samples hit the market, it's pretty surreal to me that Nike has decided to finally bring these back in proper form. This seems to be something Nike's been doing a lot. I don't know if it's just a coincidence that it's during a time when Nike seems to be struggling a bit more with the rise in popularity of brands like Saucony, New Balance, and Asics, but they've been releasing or are set to be releasing a lot of these legendary iconic Nikes like the Chlorophyll Air Max 1s, these, we have the Undefeated 4s coming out rumored next year, and the Galaxy Foams. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about not only this release, but the fact that Nike's bringing out these ultra rare grail sneakers and basically mass producing them for today's market. I'll admit, the old me probably would have felt the type of way years ago, but maybe it's just because I'm more mature now or just because of how I view sneaker collecting and just the general market, but I'm all for it right now. Bring back everything, bring back pigeons, bring back mags. I'd love to grab a pair of any of those. And just seeing how many people are ecstatic about these Wu-Tangs releasing, that just kind of justifies it in my mind. So again, leave your thoughts down below, and if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on X at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch all of you in my next video.